Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing our makeup, and it's going to be a little bit of a story time as well. I'm going to be discussing my breakup. um I haven't really, I guess, had the words to really describe what happened, but now I kind of feel like I can talk about it. I think it was like a lot of raw emotions then, and yeah, now I feel like I'm good to talk about it and let it out. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, as well as our makeup as always. But yeah, we're gonna do our brows first. So let me get through the brows, and then we'll jump on into the story time. So make sure you guys stay tuned, and let's go. All right, so this is the LA Girl brow pomade. I'm gonna go in and use. Y'all, my skin has been taking a hit ever since I started working out. Like, I'm telling y'all, I get breakouts like crazy now, and before I did not. So I'm thinking it's trying to get rid of like all the toxins and stuff. But yeah, anyway, this is the brow pomade, and I'm gonna use this to do my brows, of course. So all right, this is the Estee Lauder concealer I'm using. It's in the shade 6W or Extra Deep. And I'm going to clean up my brows with this. If you guys have seen this before, because I do it in almost every video, feel free to just kind of skip over to the story time. But I just try to include this because I don't want nobody whining about, oh my gosh, and put that in there. Like, try to be a little civil sometimes. So, yeah. But I just use this to clean up the bottom and the top. All right, I'm gonna go in now and just blend all of this out, making sure that that is nice and blended. I try to bring it down a little bit. Um, I don't know, I just kind of like my underbrow area to be kind of bright, but like not too bright. I don't know. Lord, I probably should have put my wig on last because I don't know, like this little portion right here about to bother me. But yeah, I'm trying to debate if I want to use the um what you call that, the Anastasia, or either the concealer to do my base today. I'm honestly probably gonna go with the concealer because I don't know where my Anastasia is and I really don't feel like looking for it. So we're probably just gonna go ahead and use that same concealer on our eyes as our primer, or our base, whatever you feel like calling it. So just gonna do this, and I'm like generous, but like not to the point like where it's way too much. And I'm just going to blend all of this. I'm not sure which look I'm going for today. I don't know. I kind of want to dabble in some color because it's been so long since I've done color, but I I'm not sure. Okay, so to start, I think I kind of want to start out with like a deep brown and then kind of go into some color a little bit later. I'm not really sure. Just stick with me. We're going to see where it goes. I have not done color in so long because I'm not sure how this is going to go. But this is the Car Beauty palette. This is the, let me make sure I give y'all the name. It's the ES119 palette. These can be found in like TJ Maxx or online or anything like that. They're really, really affordable, and I really love that palette. I pretty much use that almost every single day. The colors, the shimmer, everything in there is just so freaking bomb. I just love her stuff. Now, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our story times. I'm gonna let y'all know right now, if I receive any judgment, you'll be blocked, because this is a no judgment zone. Y'all know how we get down, okay? So, if you guys did not know, I'm gonna start with like some little brown. Let me go ahead, because y'all know I can't talk and do this at the same time. So, if you guys didn't know, I was in a relationship for like 2 years, which if you guys are not new here, then you guys know, because we would have our ups and downs where we would be on and then we would be off, then we'd be on, then we'd be off. This guy was 16 years older than me, or my senior, and it was good at first, and I'm gonna tell you guys like where in my mind I feel like things just kind of declined for me. I don't know about for him, but for me. So there was a point last year that his daughter came down to visit, and prior to his daughter coming down here, we had been talking for like a year, and things were not perfect. I'm not gonna lie and say they were perfect, but they weren't as bad as they were when she came down. You know, like when she came down, it just kind of left like a really bad taste in my mouth, right? So we had been talking, and he really took a liking to my children. My children really took a liking to him. And yeah, they were not perfect. I'm gonna tell you that they were not perfect. That was just because I had to do a lot of growing on my own. But they weren't like horrible neither, right? Now I'm gonna go in with like the deep brown that's in this palette. It's just a darker shade brown. I'm gonna go in with that into the crease. So normally I only keep it like right here, so like where the arch of my brow is. But today we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna go all the way into the crease with it. So anyway, like I said, we had our ups and downs, and we were doing like a lot better. He did mention that his daughter was coming down here to visit, and I was like, okay. He's like, you know, things aren't gonna change, blase, blase. And she came down here. I think I did a story time about this too, but I'm not sure. But I'm trying to give y'all some background so y'all ain't gotta go through all the different videos in order to find the information. So she came down here, and she's like 16, 17, maybe 15, 16, one of those. She came down here, and she decided that she didn't want to be around me and my children. Now, how true that is, I don't know, because now that I look at shit in hindsight, it could have been his ass that decided that he didn't want me and my kids to be around her. I'm not really fucking sure. But in her mind, she said she thought that that him and her mom were going to be back together because they had got a divorce 3 years prior. Now, this is just my thinking, and I think just because I've been exposed to so much, but at 15, 16, I was not thinking like my parents was going to get back together. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew like this ain't fucking Disney, right? So I couldn't really understand it, but okay, girl, like that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. What is this? I don't know what this is. Okay, somebody text me. But yeah, so she's like, you know, I thought that you guys were gonna get back together, and so supposedly she went into this whole depression. He felt like he couldn't talk to me. So you imagine like going every single day talking to this man or seeing this man, and then when she comes down here to visit for the summer, you no longer see him. He don't call you. He don't say nothing, right? So again, I'm trying to be understanding to the situation because he is super timid. Like, God, I hate that about him. Like, he's just so fucking timid and scary to me. Like, I don't like that. Like, he don't like confrontation, and I'll just be like, I don't like confrontation either, but you're not gonna get over on me. So instead of him calling out his daughter and being like, hey, you doing too much, like, you need to stop, he just kind of accepted it. Like, even when it had been like 2-3 weeks, I had not heard from this man, and he's like, well, you know, she's around, and even when he would call, it would be like whispering, like he would be whispering. So I'm like, did the wife come down here too? Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you whispering? She fucking 15, 16. Like, you would think that this is your fucking girlfriend. So I was just like very, very fucking frustrated, like in a place that, like, what the fuck? You know, like it just didn't make sense to me. And I knew I should have been done, like, when during this time, like I said, it had been 3 weeks. I don't talk to him. So he finally was like, hey, can I take you out to lunch? Because I'm fucking heated. Like, I ain't got shit to say to you. Like, what the fuck is your problem? So, he takes me out to lunch, and then I'm like, okay, well, where does she think you are now? Sorry, I'm trying to find my black. Hang on. Going in with any palette you got, use a black, okay? Black is black. It don't matter which black from which palette you use. They all pretty much the same, okay? So just use any black, because that Car Beauty palette does not have black in it. It just has that deep brown that I just used. But I need a little bit of darkness on the edge. Y'all know how I do. So, anyway, he invites me out to lunch. He's like, hey, can we go out to lunch, just talk about it? And I'm like, okay, fine. So we get to lunch, and I'm like, well, where does she think you at now? He's like, oh, she know I'm with a friend. Like, and that set me back, because I'm like, what the fuck you mean she think you with a friend? Like, bitch, I don't fuck my friends. Like, what is you, nigga? Okay, anyway, so that shit like really pissed me off, because I'm like, what is you lying to a teenager for? Like, that's what I do not understand. Like, I am all for new parenting styles, because as y'all know, my history with my children, I try to do new parenting styles as well. So I totally get that, allowing your child to have a voice, and, you know, just having a really good relationship with your kid. I am all for that. I understand that. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie to my child about where I'm going. In my mind, in my opinion, in my 29 years on this earth, I feel like anytime that you have to lie to somebody, it's because you're afraid of them, right? In my mind, because I feel like I ain't got to lie to nobody, because anybody going to beat my ass. What? You're not going to beat my ass? So what are you lying to your child for about where you're fucking going? Does she not think that you have a life outside of her? To me, it just did not make sense, because I lie to my kid. What they say in Baby Boy, mama gotta have a life too, baby. Like, it's no way I would freaking lie to my child. Like, now, understanding that my child may not want to be around the person that I'm dating, that is totally understandable. I get that, but I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you I'm not dating anybody. Like, that just don't make no damn sense to me. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer now. I found it down here. I'm gonna use this to cut my crease and continue to tell you all this story. So I can find something to cut my crease with. Here we go. So now, just to give y'all like even more context and a little bit more background, is he states that the mama cheated on him, and that's why they decided to get a divorce, because he just couldn't handle it, right? When he was in the military, they decided to go ahead and get a divorce. So in my mind, again, the little girl is 15, 16. So you really think your parents is going to be back together after that? And he initially told me that the mama had a boyfriend. Now all of a sudden he's like, I did not tell you that. Like, where the fuck I get that from? Like, stop. If anything, let me tell you something. I already got a memory of like a fucking elephant. Okay, I remember everything. And I may not call your ass out on bullshit right away, but just know I fucking know, right? So anyway, he told me that the mama had a boyfriend. So your mama got a whole new fucking man, and you still in the back of your mind feel like your parents is gonna be together. Like, come on. At 15, 16, like, we're not that naive. Like, you're damn near fucking grown. And I used to tell him, I'm like, bro, like, because we come from two different worlds. Like, I'm a realist, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say I'm a hood, but like, I'm real, you know? Like, okay, so anyway, I used to tell him, I'm like, listen, she about to go to college, you better be careful, you know, go ahead and expose her to a little bit more. Like, not saying you gotta expose your kids to a lot of shit, but her going into college being that fucking naive, like, can you imagine the dudes in college just about to fuck on her? Like, come on now. The dudes in college is about to take advantage of her because you're so fucking naive. Like, that shit's not okay for you to be 16, 17 and still thinking that this is fucking Disney Channel. Like, what is this, Parent Trap? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, I should have been done then, right? But when she left, it took her leaving. So it wasn't even like, you know, she was still here when he finally came to his sentence. Oh my goodness, not sentence, his senses. There we go. she was still fucking here. When she left, that's when he finally was like, you know, I'm sorry for how everything went down. I'm sorry I treated y'all like that. Like, how you go from building a fucking family with me this whole fucking time? This is probably like a year to her even coming out here because of COVID and everything like that. So, how you go from building a whole freaking family with me to now talking about, like, you don't even fucking know us. Like, you don't even call, you don't even say nothing. My kids asking, like, where's he at? All this other stuff. Like, you don't even say shit, right? I should have been fucking done then. My friends was like, no, you know, maybe he's just super timid. Like, you know, he just don't understand. He just don't know. Okay, I'm going to give a man another chance. So I give him another fucking chance. He assured me that, where did it go? I just had it. Damn. He assured me that he was putting her in counseling, like, you know, things were going to be different next time she came down here. Because in my mind, I'm like, what is supposed to happen every time she come down here? Like, the fuck, let's say we do decide to get married, because marriage was his thing. Like, not really my thing, but that's what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I really did care about him. So if that's what you wanted to do, although I really don't agree with it, maybe in 5 years that could possibly happen, or maybe in 5 years you'll change your fucking mind. But anyway, I felt like, okay, what happens if she comes down here? There we go. What happens if she comes down here and we, you know, living together? Thank God we didn't. Thank God we did not have kids together. Like, let me tell you something. If I don't thank God for nothing else, bitch, I thank him for birth control, because you can deal with as many niggas as you want to, long as you don't come up with no fucking kids. You ain't got no ties, bitch. You can walk the fuck out. Period. So anyway, I was like, you know, what happens if she come down here? You know, like, when we living together, what the fuck you gonna do? Go get a hotel? I'm gonna use this palette. This is the Lick and Lash palette. I believe it's the Flamingo palette, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna use these little greens over here just to kind of pull in a little bit of green, because I think I want to do like a green look. I don't know though. But anyway, he was like, nah, I'm putting her in counseling. You ain't gotta worry about it. Oh shit. There we go. He's like, no, I'm putting her in counseling. You don't have to worry about any of that. You know, like, she just, you know, had a meltdown and going through depression and all this other stuff. And now my job, he was supposed to come out and see the kids when she was here. Let me go back. He's supposed to come over and see the kids because it had been weeks he had not talked to them. He had not seen them, right? So he's like, I want to come over and see them. So I was like, okay, nigga, you got to sneak out to come over here and see them. But whatever, that's fine. Tell me why on his way out the door, all of a sudden, she's about she got major period cramps and gotta go to the hospital. Like, I can't deal. And it's like, me and him didn't even spend that much time together, because y'all know how much I like my personal space. I literally saw that man once a week. So you have all 6 days that's left in a week to spend time with your dad. I don't want that man like that, okay? He don't need to be up under me and my kids. Like, it ain't never been like that. And even when we do see each other, it's probably like for maybe 2-3 hours. I may spend a night and then I come home. Like, it was no fucking excuse, bro. I get irritated just thinking about the shit, and I try to be understanding to the situation too, but it's like no fucking excuse for that shit. It's like, it's not. It's not. Anyway, he say that he freaking sent her to counseling or whatever, and we pick up where we left off, right? So when she gone, we pick up where we left off. We try to make things work again. It was really fucked up in the beginning because, again, my feelings was hurt because not only did you take me through that, but you also took my fucking kids through that. And that's one thing I do not fucking play about. I play about a lot of shit. My kids and my money ain't one. Both of those, you get fucked up behind. Period. Okay? So I felt like, you know, like, you really fucked up with my kids, and that's why I got a fucking problem over. Like, fuck me. Don't fuck with my kids. And so he was like, nah, that was never the situation. I apologize that you felt that way, blah, 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 blah. So we're back talking, right? And we're having, okay, we have our ups and our downs. And I just felt like, I think in the back of my mind, I knew it would never work. But I loved the way he interacted with my children. Like, absolutely loved the way he interacted with my children. I loved that my kids had a bond with him. And I think he started to realize that. And when he started to realize that, he started to use my children as a pawn to get to me. So he was sending like money for daycare and well, let me come and see the kids, and don't take the kids through this, and da da da. It was always that, like, and I felt like that was always a pawn or a dig to try to make me come back to the situation, which it fucking did, because I felt like, you know, damn, my kid's dad, you know, walked out. Like, let me not continue to choose, bad men for them, and if this guy is really truly wanting to be around, then let me not take that from them. So I continue to allow him to come back, right? So I'll take accountability for that because I didn't, but I knew, okay? I just knew it wasn't gonna work. I can't decide if I want to use like I broke that brush. I can't decide whether I want to use a shimmer. Oh shit, a shimmer or either a matte. Like I love the way mattes look, but I don't know what I want to do in this case. Like, what are we doing here? Hmm. Maybe I'll do a matte. I'll probably do a matte. Let's do a matte right fast. But yeah, I just knew in the back of my mind things just weren't going to work for us, okay? And I also felt like one of the main reasons why I felt like it wasn't gonna work is because I couldn't joke or like play with him. Like if I say get out, like he would take it literally and actually fucking leave. Like, and I told him on several occasions, leaving, don't walk out on me because I've had so many people walk out on me. That's a trigger for me. And once you leave, you ain't gotta come back. I ain't gonna never beg you to stay. Okay, that's one thing about it. I'm not gonna never beg nobody to stay in my motherfucking life. Okay, you can fucking leave and trust me, you're already gonna be all right. Period. So, but that was his thing. Like anytime confrontation would happen, instead of him just staying around and just duking that shit out, and it could have literally been done after we had the conversation about it, he would just fucking leave. Like I can't stand no nigga to just run from shit. Like let me tell y'all, I'm an alpha female. Like I'm strong, and it ain't because I want to. I tell my friends that all the time. It ain't because I want to. It's because I gotta be. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 kids. I'm black, and I'm single. Like I'm a single mother. Like you don't have no choice but to be strong out here. And the men that come and step to you, they don't be real men. So I really ain't got no choice but to be strong because I can't depend on you to hold it down. And that's the fucking problem. I would love to have a man who I am super submissive to. I'm telling y'all that right now from the bottom of my heart. I don't have no problem being submissive, but you got to show me you able to lead. And if you can't lead, then I can't be submissive. I cannot take my foot off the brake and really know that you're going to be able to, drive us to where we got to go, drive us to our destination because you soft. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, that's how it come off. Like, I don't want no soft dude. Like, yes, I want you to be in touch with your emotions. Yes, I want you to be able to express that to me, and I'm never going to judge you. But I also have to be able to bank on you being able to hold us down. And that's something that I could never do with him. Like, I never felt safe enough to be vulnerable. There we go. Look at us having this little chat. I never felt safe enough to just really break. And I think that was a lot of the issues we had. Is because I need a strong ox dude. Like you gotta, if I'm on 100, I need you to come on 10,000. Like you gotta be strong for me. Okay, it takes a lot. I remember having this teacher in high school, and she said that too. She said one thing about Ari, it's gonna take a strong man to deal with Ari, and it is. It's gonna take somebody super strong to deal with me because I'm coming with trauma. Not that that's your problem. I go to counseling, but I'm just saying I'm coming with trauma. I'm coming with kids. I'm coming with a lot of heartache, and it's gonna take a lot for me to feel comfortable to open up to you. And I never felt safe enough to do that. And I'm not gonna sit up here and just make it seem like it was all bad because it wasn't. The man took care of me. I'm not gonna never take that from him. When it came to anything that needed to be paid, he took care of that. He put money in my pocket. He took care of my kids. Our very first day, he took me shopping for the kids. Like, I'm never gonna take that from him. Financially, the man is amazing. But when it comes to everything else that I needed, it wasn't there. And that's why I said back in the day, I used to really believe in polyamory because I always felt like maybe you can't get everything that you want from one man. You may need to, take up 3-4 dudes in order to get what you need. Meaning one dude may have what you need financially. Another dude may have what you need emotionally. Another dude may have what you need, like everything. I don't know that you could get that from one person. And I think it comes down to, are you willing to deal with that? That's really the thing. Are you willing to teach somebody how to do that? And I just felt like I didn't want to teach nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I continue to talk to you about it, and I'm telling you what I need from you, and then you continue to do the opposite, like, why are we still doing this shit? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Why are we doing this? That's what I did not understand, because what's the point? Like, just leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. You're not getting what you need from me, I'm not getting what I need from you. You want me to be super submissive and calm and collective, and I'm telling you how to get me there, and you still doing the opposite? Like, it's no point. It's no point, but that was not the final straw. I'm about to get to what the final straw was for me, okay? I'm talking about that shit used to piss me the fuck off. That nigga used to walk out, like, when, if I get upset and my voice get elevated, like, he used to walk out. And for me, you know what I'm saying, I'm used to, like, a lot of chaos in a relationship, not with me personally, but from what I witnessed. So I know what not to do, what I deem as negative and what I deem as not negative. That makes sense. So, like, my grandparents used to argue all the fucking time, but they wasn't, like, really arguing. They was, like, play arguing. Like, she used to yell and be like, I can't stand your ass. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be like, well, I can't stand your ass neither. But you knew that there was love there. For him, he sees that as negativity. Well, I don't want to be arguing with you. That, like, that shit ain't arguing. To me, that's just kind of like a playful love. Like, that's the type of love I look for. You know what I'm saying? Because I am playful, so I want to be able to play with you every once in a while and be like, damn, you get on my fucking nerves. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't want to be with nobody else but you. That's what I see out of that. He sees that as arguing. I'm about to get, I'm about to leave. Okay, nigga, then keep on fucking walking. Don't turn back around in. If you gonna walk out, just go on now. Because that's what I don't need. I would rather you go sit your ass in the living room and be like, girl, I ain't might think about your ass. I'm not fucking going nowhere. We'll talk when you calm down. See, that type of shit, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, let's talk about it then. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm ready to talk about it, but you keep walking out of here. Like, make that your last time. Make that your last motherfucking time walking out. Because I already told you I got an issue with that. Especially when I'm ramped up. Like, stop playing with me. I'm going to use my Urban Decay All-Nighter Primer today because I don't really use this. So, yeah, we need to get our money's worth of it. So, I'm going to just put it on and apply that to my skin. And get that together. So, I've been going through, like, my skin been dry. Then it's been breaking out. I told y'all, ever since I started working out, like, my skin ain't been giving what it's supposed to give, but that's okay. That's okay. Alright, so I'm going to use my Estee Lauder today. I know I said it's only for, like, when you just don't want a lot of makeup, but I've used, like, all of my other products like crazy, and I kind of just want to get my usage out of this, too, so we're going to figure it out. But as I apply this, let's go ahead and finish up this story. So, one of the things that, like, really bother me about him is that he could never compliment me. Like, in the beginning, he used to be like, oh my gosh. I think he was starstruck in the beginning. Like, I think he really thought in his mind I was a damn celebrity. And then he found out, like, oh, she not really. Like, nah, I live in an apartment. Like, like, I'm struggling to pay my bills just like anybody else. Like, no, that's just an online facade. I don't know why people feel like when you have a lot of followers that you automatically rich. Like, no love. It's not like that at all with me. But anyway, I think he might have just been obsessed in the beginning, because in the beginning, you know, I couldn't get him to stop complimenting me. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful, and this and that. And then it was like after he got me type shit, he never really mentioned anything about me being beautiful, right? But then I noticed that he had no problem complimenting other women. It was just a roll of the tongue. It was super easy for him to compliment other women and be like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. And at first it didn't bother me. I was like, okay, all right. I noticed it. I peeped it. Let me go ahead and talk to him about it. And I was just like, you know, hey, I feel like you don't tell me enough that I'm beautiful. And as a woman, like, bitch, I know I'm fine. On my worst day, I know I'm still fine, okay? So it wasn't like a confidence thing. It was more so, it's nice to hear from the person that you're dating. When he would get dressed up, or even if he had on his little tracksuit, Jesus please, he had on a tracksuit, I would still be like, you know, you look nice today. And I could never, ever get that out of him, okay? So this was the beginning of the downfall for us. And I had expressed that several times. But keep in mind, he had no problem immediately saying unwarranted, unsolicited, other women were beautiful. Okay? I'm going to use, I always teeter-totter. I'm going to use the Katsina by Juvia's Place to contour my face. Kind of get this going up in here. But yeah, so this was the beginning of the downfall, y'all. So we went out to go Christmas shopping, right? For the kids. We wanted to finish up the Christmas shopping for the kids. He waited to the last minute. I already got my Christmas shit. He waited to the last minute to do his because he, whatever. So we was like, okay, we're going to go Christmas shopping for the kids. Do what we do. We are in a car coming back from Christmas shopping. Now, I had got dressed up. I even think I did a video that day. Yes. So I was cutesy. Y'all think he looked at me and said anything? Hell no. No, he did not. He didn't say, you look nice today? No, nothing, right? Okay, that's fine. I ain't gonna say shit. All while we in the car, he talking about other women. On the ride home from going to get the Christmas stuff, he's like, just to let you know, if Meg ever wanted to sleep with me, I'm gonna have sex with her. I said, okay, because there's a lot of men on my hit list that I'm gonna let you know. If they come around, it ain't just me having sex with them. I'm gonna leave your ass. So that's fine. You can have people on your hit list. That's totally fine, right? This we're about to start getting good, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna start out with a little bit of Estee Lauder concealer. Same shade. Oh shit, I didn't mean to put that down there. It's alright, I'll clean it up. So yeah, he's like, if Meg wanted to have sex with me, blah, blah. And I wasn't even mad at that. Like I said, I have people on my hit list. I'm not the jealous type, right? Like, I don't really care. Especially when it came to him, because I was like, nigga, like, listen, not to be cocky. I could never be cocky, but I'm just saying, like, I've seen your past. You fucking with a winner, okay? So I couldn't even be, I wasn't even worried, okay? So I wasn't concerned when he said that. I was like, okay, whatever. But again, you haven't complimented me all fucking day. But if Meg wanted to fuck you, you fuck her. Okay. So we get home and I pull out my laptop to start working because I literally think I had just recorded a YouTube video, so I was trying to upload the YouTube video. So we get back to my spot and I'm sitting there, and I think the kids had on Family Reunion or something they was watching on TV. Anyway, Kenya Moore came onto the screen. And he goes, damn, she thick, or damn, look at that thickums. Okay, now, bitch. Now, because you keep playing in my motherfucking face. This is the second time today that you done complimented. No, actually the third, because when we was at Target, he complimented another woman. So this is the third time today that you done complimented a woman, and you ain't said shit about the woman that you with. Okay, now you done fucking pissed me off. And that's like what I said to him, right? So I told him, my exact words to him, be careful how you treat people, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. This motherfucker, I'm leaving. I'm about to go. Okay, bye. But make it your last fucking time, because I done fucking told you about that shit. Instead of you, what could have de-escalated the argument, instead of you just saying, you know what, my bad, I got carried away, I apologize, babe, you look beautiful, end it, done. I'm leaving, I'm about to go. Bye, nigga. But just know that's your last motherfucking time, because I'm already fucking tired. Like, I'm done. And I felt like this in my heart. I felt like, dude, like, you want to sit up here and talk about other bitches? And there's plenty of dudes I could have been talking about. We had just went to the strip show prior, and the stripper had a crush on me, and I could have fucked the stripper then. But out of loyalty to your motherfucking ass, I did not. And I think that's what had me pissed off more than anything, because it's like, nigga, I'm being loyal to you, and you talking. Tell me something. It was at that moment that I knew. I was like, you know what? This is it. But that wasn't even the cap on the situation. Damn, I took it out too far. I didn't mean to. But that wasn't even the cap on the situation for me to be like, nah, it ain't never no going back, right? He did all of that. I'm telling y'all, he didn't say shit until Christmas arrived, which was probably a couple days later. I need to come and drop this stuff off before I go down here and see the kids. I mean, see his daughter. So once again, we got the daughter element coming in. So that now I'm already motherfucking pissed. Okay, cool. He drops the stuff off. Christmas come. He tell me Merry Christmas at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I text back Merry Christmas. By now, like, anytime I can be cordial with you after you done fucked over me, you need to be fucking scared. You need to know I'm fucking done, right? So I was like, Merry Christmas, whatever. So then 8 o'clock at night comes. He's I just wanted to know if I could wish the kids a Merry Christmas. See, this is my motherfucking problem with you again. You using my motherfucking kids. You treating them like the wicked redhead stepchildren when your kid is around, right? Because at 10 o'clock when you initially text me, you had nothing to fucking say to my children. You could have told them Merry Christmas then. You could have FaceTimed them fucking then. But see, no, you was with your fucking kid, right? Okay. So I told him no. No, because I don't fucking like that. Because whenever your kid is around, it's fuck my kids. But then when your child isn't around, it's oh, let me love on you, hey, how are ya? No, fuck that shit. You gonna stop fucking doing them like that. So I told him, don't text my phone no more, right? And this evidence, y'all, this evidence just fell in my motherfucking lap. Like, I wasn't even prepared to see what I saw. But when I saw it, it was the nail in the fucking coffin. I knew it would never be nothing between us. Never. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of the setting powder. This is the Laura Mercier setting powder. I flip-flop back and forth. Sometimes I use Laura Mercier. Other times I don't. Then I do. And then I use the honey. Whatever, okay? We're just going to use this to set our under eye really good. Make sure all of that powder gets absorbed in here. But anyway, where was I? Okay, so for the longest time, I knew he had been watching my story, right? But I could not figure out who it was, right? Like which account it was. But I knew he had to be because he would say things sometimes that I would say on my story. And I did not know which account because like I get views on my story, so I'm like, I'm not about to go through all of these damn views trying to find him. But see, one day he fucked up, right? He fucked up and he was the very first person to view my story. So I clicked on it because like you didn't even think to change your damn name for me not to even know it was you or the picture, right? So this is the same exact picture you used to slide in my DM, so I knew it was him, plus the name. So I click on it, and there's no post, and anybody else would have probably just been like, all right, bitch, we're done, right? Something told me to go through the followers. People he was following, not the people that's following him, but the people he was following, right? This where I told y'all that then when the coffin comes into play. When people tell you who they are, not even when they tell you who they are, when you see who they are, believe it. Alright, I'm taking this little NK, I was going to say NK pencil because I do use their pencils a lot, but I'm taking this little NK pressed powder little thing I got from my beauty supply store, and I'm going to use this to contour. It looks like it might have been deep enough because I couldn't make it up there to Sephora. I hate going to the mall, and they don't have a standalone Sephora, which pisses me off because I don't like to walk through the mall in order to get there. Child, it's another different damn story. Shit, I'm already getting discombobulated just talking about it. Oh, that irritates me. Anyway, we're going to use this to set our contour. It looks like it was like a cream. I don't know. We're going to see, though, how well it sets. Hopefully good. But anyway, back to the story at hand. So, I decided, personally, to go through the people he followed. And this is why you have to be very careful for what you ask for, because it will be revealed to you. Now, what you do with that info going forward is really up to you, right? So I went through the list of people that he followed, and lo and behold, out of, I want to say like 270 women, it was probably only like 5 blacks. The rest of them were whites, Hispanics, like, and it ain't nothing wrong with that if that's your choice. But This all explains a lot to me. That is what you like, which explains why you can handle me, because you are not into black women. And I ain't even talking about like I said, I personally don't get offended by a lot, but this is where my mindset is with that. I'm trying to explain it correctly. You follow what you like, right? So out of 270 something followers, 5 of them are black, the rest are white and Hispanic women, right? And I'm talking about, and I'm not even trying to be funny, I showed my friend. The women are over exaggerated, like in the boob area and the butt area. And I ain't talking about looking good over exaggerated. We talking about over exaggerated where it looks fucking weird. Like over exaggerated. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, at least the men I have crushes on, like, they're all older like you know what I'm saying? Body wise it may be a little bit different, but that's something that you can hit in the gym. Like, I ain't looking for no nigga like, like, no, it normally be something that you could take your ass to the gym and you could become, right? It's normally like around the same lines of you, right? So that's something that I'm very interested in. You, on the other hand, my brother, even if I go under the knife, I'm telling you right now, if I go under the knife, bitch, I'm not getting over exaggerated like that. And number 2, I can't change my skin color. I would have felt better going through the list of women he follows and finding black women. Even if they had BBLs, and I'm talking about these women ain't even had BBLs. I wish I could just show y'all, but I don't want to put them on blast. But like, the shit was unfucking natural. Like, not even, like, you know how you could tell a BBL like that? And it'd be like, okay, all right, I know you got a BBL, but it's still kind of cute. Like, this was just, your doctor should have told you no. And that's the type of shit that you fucking like. I ain't mad. I'm just saying you wasted 2 years of my motherfucking time. You know? Let me continue, because y'all know I get wrapped up and shit and I stop. But let me go ahead. Let me finish with the makeup and I'll continue to talk. Alright, I'm going to go in with now the Fenty just to kind of warm up my cheeks a little bit. It is a little bit lighter than this NK product I just went in with. So I'm going to just go in with this. I did go in and bake under my eyes. I'm trying to speed it up, y'all, because I noticed I've been talking and I know y'all probably tired. But yeah, so I told my friend, because my friend was like, you probably would have felt like that about any woman. And in all honesty, y'all, I wouldn't have. If I'd have went on there and seen like a bunch of black women who are naturally built, or even if you did have a BBL, like, it looked good type shit, I wouldn't have felt no motherfucking way. What I felt the way about is that these I can't, I'm trying to like word it right without going, live, but I cannot change my fucking skin tone, bro. Like, of course there's bleach, but bitch, I love the way my fucking melanin looks. Like, I would never change. You see the shirt say black and beautiful, bitch. There's no there's no way I would fucking change who I am. Okay, and that explains the reason why you could never say I was beautiful, is because you didn't feel like I was, because I was not that skin tone. And that's cool. Like, if that's what you idolize, and it's sad as a black man, that's what you idolize. And I ain't saying it's nothing wrong with liking other races, because I personally like other races. All I'm saying is love your own. So the same amount of women that you had that were Hispanic and white that you followed, you should have had the same fucking amount of black women on there. And you didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'd have got on there and I'd have seen black women, I probably would have followed them hoes myself. Like, god damn, she is fine now. Shit. Or even if I'd have seen some of the Hispanics and the Latinos on it, oh, they is fine. These women are, it looks so nasty. Like, and y'all know me, I love women. Like, not like that, but like, I got an appreciation for women. You know what I'm saying? You fine, I'm gonna let you know you fine. That ain't what that was. And it was just like they was hit in the face too. And it's like, I could never, you know? Like, and at that point, I had to really realize that I would never be that. I would never be that. Even if it was all the surgery in the world, I wouldn't change my skin color for nobody. I wouldn't change my body for nobody, you know? A bitch is learning to embrace her fucking body. And I wouldn't change it for nobody. So that for me was the nail in the fucking coffin. That's when I knew it was like, ain't no fucking way. It ain't no fucking way we could be together. Because, bitch, I ain't never going to be white. And I ain't going to never be Hispanic. And I ain't going to try to make myself be like that neither. And I damn sure ain't never going to be built like that. Let's move on to these lips, honey. I already did my lashes and stuff. Because I was like, let me hurry up, put those on. And not take up too much more time. But my friend was like, you know, why you don't reach out to him and just ask him about it? And I'm like, ask him about what? This is what I mean. When the evidence is in your face and you have the answers you want, why would I be dumb and go and ask him to explain it? It ain't nothing that you could explain to me. I got the answers I want, and we moving on. One thing about me, I don't have a problem fucking moving on, baby. I don't have a problem moving on. And the reason why I don't have a problem moving on is, number one, because I did everything I was supposed to do. I did nothing to wrong you. Okay? So I sleep good at night because I did nothing to wrong you. Number two, I don't have a problem fucking moving on because, yeah, it's plenty of fish in the fucking sea. And then number three, I really don't have a problem moving on because, let me tell y'all something. Out of every man that I've ever left in the past, I ain't did shit but upgrade. And I ain't even talking about men. I'm talking about upgrade my lifestyle. I have never went backwards. So me leaving this situation, shit, I already got pre-approved for a house. Hello, come on. Okay, so all my blessings are rolling in. I ain't concerned about that, and I ain't gonna be concerned about it, because guess what? Ari loves her fucking self. And when you love yourself and you got a lot of self-worth, you ain't gotta stick around and deal with no bullshit like that. Women who stick around and deal with bullshit like that, they got low self-esteem. I don't care what nobody say. They got low self-esteem, and they probably dealing with trauma from relationships that they watched, you know, growing up. I don't have that. I'ma leave, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my kids, and that's just what it is. And I hope that if I don't teach my kids nothing else, is that you don't stay nowhere you ain't wanted. And right here, we wasn't wanted, and that's fine. That's fine. Okay? But it ain't nothing to talk about. That right there seals the deal. It ain't nothing to talk about. Like I said, had I gone on there and seen women who look like me, women who were black, women who, even if they had a BBL, I wouldn't gave a damn, but at least give me some chocolate girls that you're looking at to at least know that you find chocolate girls attractive. You know? But let me go ahead and do my lips, because I'm just talking y'all head off, so hold on. Let me be quiet. This is the Nude Embrace, and I'm going to use this. This is from Maybelline, okay? I'm using this as my lipstick. It's always Nude Embrace or either Cherish by MAC that I use as my lipstick. Okay, so now let's go in and blend out our under eye, because we are pretty much done. If you guys have made it here, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I am on a schedule now where I'm going to be uploading every Sunday. Sundays are going to be our date to upload, because I feel like during the week with me, like going to the gym and stuff, and yeah, it's just not a lot of time because I go to the gym and then as soon as I go to the gym, I have to come back, shower, throw on my wig, throw on some clothes, and then I take the kids to school. And then by the time I get done doing all of that, boom, it is time for me to clock in for work. So I just don't feel like we'll be able to upload like how we used to, kind of do it like 2-3 times a week. I just don't have it in me no more. I'm sorry. But once a week for sure, I can definitely get that to you guys once a week. So I just wanted to kind of wrap up the video by just letting you guys know that you are absolutely beautiful, and you do not have to stay in any situation that you feel is not conducive to your way of life. Like, if you feel like you want better, then go out here and get better. Don't waste your time. Okay, that is the thing that has me so frustrated about this whole situation, is that my time was wasted. Not so much things ended the way that they ended, but just my time was wasted. Like, and you don't even like black women, you know? It was just frustrating for me. It was just very frustrating. And I think I wasn't as hurt by it because I've been through so much in my life that at this point I'm just kind of waiting on the other shoe to drop type shit. You know, like just kind of waiting on it to just fall. So this was the other shoe dropping, so it really didn't surprise me. If anything, it was just really a disappointment to know that, damn. And I also felt like there was a lot of disappointment on my end as well, because being black is one thing, but being a dark-skinned woman is another thing. And so it took me a while to get to the point where I did feel like I was beautiful, and I did feel like I had enough self-esteem, and I did feel like I'm that bitch. It took me a while to get there, and then for me to see, like, you don't even like dark-skinned women, you don't even like black women, you know, like, that was just like, it's a lot. And yeah, you can say like, well, it's just the internet. Absolutely, it's just the internet, and I'm not upset by it being just the internet, but we follow things that we like. And for there only to be just like a handful of black women out of this 200 some odd something, like, then they weren't even brown skinned women. That's what gets me, you know. And there's a lot of brown skinned women out here who are absolutely gorgeous that you could have followed, you know, who are Instagram models that you could have followed, and you didn't. You chose to follow other women where it's very obvious that their bodies are fake. But if that's what you like, that's what you like. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just saying that I won't be dealing with it anymore. That's it. So yeah, make sure that you don't feel bad about packing your shit and leaving. Like I told y'all, out of all the situations that I've come out of, I have never gone backwards. I've only gone forward, and I will only have more blessings to come. Like I told y'all, I just got pre-approved my house. Y'all know that's just something I've been working on. Thank God, yes. I also thank God that I am strong enough to do shit on my own. I don't need no dude. I don't need no woman. I don't need to depend on nobody to get shit done. So yes, that is something that is also awesome. Make sure that if you guys are messing with anybody, get your ass on some birth control, please. Because that's one thing that I could take out of this situation. Bitch, I did not get pregnant. Bitch, you did not live with me. None of that. So we can just have a clear cutization. I'm making a word. So we can have a clear cut and dry cut. And that's it. You know, like I go my separate way and you guys go your separate way. We don't have nothing intertwined. We are good. So make sure that you always keep your own shit as well. And then just make sure that you guys believe whatever is shown to you. I know sometimes it can be difficult. You know, we may not want to believe it. We may make a lot of excuses for the shit that happens. But when it finally shows its head, just make sure that you guys are open to hearing that and knowing that it's okay to walk away.